Okay, so Medet, thank you for taking the time to call in today.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
You know, normally how we do these calls is you can tell me a little bit about your business and what's going on, and I'll try and help answer all your questions.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
So in your previous interview, you'd had a conversation with a web designer from Pakistan, and you went through a number of topics or issues. However, in my case, like I'm a dropshipper who just incorporated in Wyoming, and I have goals of running multiple online stores under one LLC, because I don't see a valid reason of starting multiple LLCs other than liability protection.
Okay, give me 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it works. So your question was, do you need multiple LLCs? We have a lot of different stores, right?
Yeah, like in my opinion, having just one LLC under which I'll be running multiple stores would be just enough.
Yeah, that's fine. The only time you would need more is if you have like a lot of legal liability, but generally selling to customers in another country, there's really low legal liability. You're not going to get sued in the US, you know, you're not going to
Exactly.
get, because you're not even there. So it's pretty low legal liability. The big purpose for international individuals such as yourself, and where are you from again?
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Oh, you're from Kazakhstan. Okay.
Yeah.
So the biggest reason to have the LLC is more operational than legal liability, because your legal liability is already super low.
Yeah, exactly. Then let's move to another question, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Well, in the scenario where I want to use a third-party fulfillment center like Amazon FBA, whether it's Amazon FBA, UPS, e-fulfillment, or any others of that sort, am I still subject to tax release?
So as of now, as I understand it, if you're using a fulfillment service that you have no control over, that they work for you, like a contractor like that, a fulfillment service basically, it doesn't count. It wouldn't consider you as having inventory in the United States because you're paying someone else to do that, and they're not an employee either. So I would say that doesn't create any income tax liability, but you need to review the sales tax implications of that. Maybe you have sales tax nexus. I don't think so, but it depends. If you have, I'm thinking, if you have, no, I guess this doesn't really apply. So you just need to worry about sales tax.
So yeah, my next questions are related to that. So.
Okay.
Well, since I dropship and I have intentions to run multiple online stores and sell worldwide, including America, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit the limit of 100 sales or $100,000 in sales to some U.S. states, which certainly would lead to economic nexus. In such case, how do I pay sales tax? As far as I read, I can do it online, right?
Yes, you have to register in the state, and it's quite complicated. And if you sell with Amazon, like you mentioned, Amazon FBA, they'll do it for you. Basically, if you're using Shopify, there's certain plugins you can use that'll work. And if you're selling on your own local website, I don't even know how the state would ever know that you're selling to their state. The tech, you know, like if you're selling on your own, that you might, you know, be able to get away with never doing sales tax. But honestly, as long as you have a system for imposing it on your clients based on shipping address, then you can automate a lot of it.
Yeah, I use Shopify all the time, and I can manually set it up for certain customers from certain states.
Awesome.
Yeah, but what? Let's say I made 100 transactions for like $100,000 equivalent on my one online store, and meanwhile, another online store of mine had made me 100 transactions as well. So my question would be, when do I need to start paying sales taxes, considering the fact that it's all done under one LLC?
That's a great question. That's the first time I've gotten it that way. I mean, if it's one business, it's technically one business all under the same LLC, then they would all be required, they would all be put together. So if you have one business and then this one sells 100 products, this one sells 50, technically you would have to remit under this, do it together, collect for both. The states would want that. Yeah, the states definitely would want that. And if it's all the money's going to the same account and it's really the same business, just like different products, because really it is the same business. It's you, and it's just different products, and each product happens to have its own website and brand instead of being its own page on the same website, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the states would want it, yeah.
So they would count it as one entity, one business, and one account, yeah? That's what
Sure, the states are always going to do it in a way that makes them the most money. The states are always going to look at which way can they collect the most. That's how they're going to say to do it.
All right, gotcha. And Wyoming, for instance, Wyoming has sales taxes of 5%, and my company is established there. How do I handle sales when I sell to Wyoming customers?
Your business was set up. That's an interesting question too. I'm not sure about the specific rules in Wyoming because Wyoming has its own rules, but generally it would, if you're registered in a state to do business, then you would register for sales tax as well. And because that would mean you have nexus in the state, you're established in the state, so you're doing business in the state. I don't know how it works with Wyoming specifically because so many businesses work out of just like yourself, they're not really doing anything in Wyoming. So that's we need to research what are the nexus rules for Wyoming sales taxes, and specifically physical presence rules. Yeah,
my point is that since it has already imposed sales taxes, I might wanna pay sales tax every time I sell to Wyoming customers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking. Wyoming's economic nexus law says 200 transactions or 100 gross sales in the state. Wyoming sales tax. Let's see. So TaxJar has a Wyoming sales tax guide for businesses. Yeah. You have economic, when are sales tax due? How often we file? Yeah, TaxJar is really awesome. I should be a partner with them or something, but it doesn't say anything about physical nexus. But it's generally like physical nexus is when you have inventory in the state or an office or employees. I would go by the standard nexus rules of if you are doing business in the state. Like if you hit 200 sales or $100,000 in sales.
All right, gotcha. You've pretty much covered all the points in your previous interview. So we're about to finish, I guess. So
what are you selling? I have a question. I want to ask about your business a little bit. What are you selling?
I sell baby products. I sell general part. For now, I want to start a new brand, like selling baby products. Yeah.
Okay. You sell to mostly people in the U.S.?
Including US. Yeah. I sell worldwide.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. What was your last question? You said you had another question?
Yeah, just a question regarding your course.
Okay.
So it's kind of educational, right? You'll be teaching how to file taxes step by step, right?
Yes, because it's all done basically with PDF forms. So I need to. I need to just sit and finish it. I'm so busy at tax season, I haven't finished it yet. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's what it is. A step by step on how to fill out the forms, what's required. It's much more in depth than what's on the YouTube channel already. The YouTube channel is more conceptual and informational. This is
Yeah.
more instructional.
Uh, do you offer any assistance?
Yeah, the forms 5472.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we prepare the forms, of course.
Uh-huh. All right. I mean, anyone, especially the ones who are just starting their business in US, I think that they should find someone who has expertise in that field, because nobody wants to pay $10,000 in fines.
It's 25 now.
25? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's 25,000 now. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's the most expensive form out there. So, yeah, I agree. We complete these forms for $1,250, and I'll have a video
Yeah.
on exactly how we did it and everything. So, if you're interested in that, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, and I've texted you via Instagram
Oh,
about,
okay.
you remember, about IRS. I'm having a little problem of faxing them. They
Oh,
probably
that's you.
uh-huh.
Okay, let me go back to my messages here because I get a lot of
Yeah.
messages from all over the place.
Yeah, I was asking about is IRS on shutdown or something temporarily?
Yeah, IRS is shut down right now. So, I mean, right now, basically, the IRS is really old. Like most of the people that work for the IRS are really old, and most of the technology is pretty
Uh-huh.
outdated. I just
Uh-huh.
imagine in my head that they're on a bunch of old Dell computers using Windows 2000 and just running through some really ugly software to calculate all this tax stuff. So they're pretty low, underfunded and stuff. So they're really useless right now.
Mm.
The IRS, they're not answering the phones. It's just a mess.
Yeah, like I've tried to call uh, to every single number listed on their website, but couldn't really succeed with it.
Yeah, no one's answering the phones right now, and it's knowing I work with clients to open their businesses and do that for them, and I just can't get, I can't finish up things I have to do because I can't get the IRS on the phone to confirm information and finalize things.
Yeah, and that's what's stopping me from opening a bank account with Mercury,
Yeah, because you need the tax ID.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to wait at least until I imagine until May. So unfortunately, that's
Really? You think it's
um, yeah. I mean, basically the U.S. is shut down until May,
Oh
unless
my
they
God.
figure out how to start from home. But and not only is it's the busiest time of the year for the IRS anyways. It's the middle of the filing season. It's the end of it actually. It's right when all the returns are getting sent and it gets so backed up.
God,
Yeah,
it's so
so
long time. Oh, I see.
yeah, it is what it is. It's what we're dealing with right now.
All right, then. I think I'm done, yeah. Thank you for
I
your time, Mr. Baker. I really appreciate
no, thank you
when we spoke.
thank you as well for taking the time to speak, and I wish you
Uh-huh.
the best of luck in your business.
Thank you, yeah. You too.
Okay, bye.